Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth. Today is Friday, October the 21st, and I am here with kind of a weekend slash into next week reading list. So, I did finish A Treacherous Tale this week. Fiona and I started reading it a couple of days ago, and I just fully went all in, and I think I finished it. Well, no, I started it the night before, and then I finished it mostly. I think we started it Wednesday and I finished it Thursday. Uh, love Elizabeth Penny, love the characters in this series, and I love the fact that we started this right at the beginning of the series, but I'm also sad because I want the next book now, and it's not out. So there's that. Moving on, I also completed The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And I know last weekend I talked about I was like 2 chapters away from finishing Mexican Gothic. I did finish that as well. So those are kind of my books that I had to get done. My other buddy read with Fiona is Exile, and I'm slightly less than halfway through. I'm enjoying it, but I'm reading it on my phone, and every time I start to read on my phone, I fall asleep. So it is what it is. Now, next week for my Victorian Gothic class, we're reading Sheridan Le Fanu's In a Glass Darkly, and I absolutely have no idea what this is about, but apparently it is a very creepy book. The author was known as the Invisible Prince because he was very reclusive and nocturnal and fascinated by the occult. Um, so yeah, this I have no clue what it is. I think it's several short stories. Yeah, it's a selection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 short stories, looks like. So I'm looking forward to reading this. It sounds like it's going to be spooky. Then for my speculative fiction course, we're reading the first half of The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. This was a big book talk darling when it came out a couple of years ago, and I never got around to reading it. So, just like Mexican Gothic. So, this class is, really pushing me to pick up books that I needed to pick up for the last 2 years, basically. So, yeah, this was published in 2020. It's one of our more recent publications that we're reading in speculative fiction. And I'm really looking forward to it. Aside from those school books, I do have this stack I talked about last week of wanting to get into. Um, so I have these four that I've talked about and given you the explanations of previously. I've got Pumpkin Picking with Murder, The Secret Book Instant, Scone Society, Throw Me to the Wolves, and Whispering Pines. Now, Throw Me to the Wolves was my adult book box that I love, and I've completely forgotten what it's called. But you can go check out that unboxing just a couple of days ago. And then Whispering Pines was in one of our Between the Bookends book boxes. These two I'm definitely going to try to get into this week uh, or this weekend. These two I'm not really sure, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick try a chapter with you guys. So I'm going to start with Pumpkin Picking with Murder by Orly Wallace. Okay, so I read the first 14 pages of Pumpkin Picking with Murder, and it's just kind of, an intro. It's the first chapter. It's a reintroduction to the main character and her best friend. Um, kind of made mention of the mystery she solved last time she was in town, which is her hometown, sorry, Otter Creek. And somebody was found dead. She helped with the investigation. It mentions her love interest in the sheriff and the reinstatement of her best friendship with a gay Asian man. It also mentions that her mom is like a yoga goddess power type woman. So she and Freddie the gay Asian man were always the kind of outcast weirdos in town. It sounds like it's going to be good, but I'm really not for sure that it's one I want to pick up this week. Let's see about chapter 1 of The Secret Book in Scone Society by Ellery Adams. I'm not through chapter 1. I'm on page 5. I'm starting this book this week. There you go. All right, so on top of the things that I am reading for school, I will be indulging in Throw Me to the Wolves by Lindy Ryan, Whispering Pines by Heidi Lang and Katie Bartowski, and The Secret Book and Scone Society by Ellery Adams. That is my weekend update. Now I got to plug the computer in so I can finish my college catch up stuff here in a little bit, make myself some lunch, and get ready to go pick up my girls at 3. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Bye.